Okay, we are live. Sorry I'm late. I had to get something at the grocery store last minute, but here we are. Today we'll be doing Pokemon Moon with Heracross. This was a member-suggested run by Black666 Metal, so we'll be doing this run for them. Also, hello N1, John Calibro, Dominic, and Salamence. Faint being +2 priority. Isn't that the move that bypasses Protect? That's funny. Alright, so yeah, I'm definitely seeing some suggestions. I'm gonna go ahead and read these messages really quick. Let's see. Mimikyu, we want Scope Lens at level 38, as well as 198 speed EVs, 198 speed versus Kahili, and 190 for Gladion. That'll make this run a pain. Plus, let's see. Mimikyu's Play Rough on a level 38, 100 defense Heracross, guarantee 2 hit. Alright, for Mimikyu, I had you at level 38, or I had 38, level 38, 152 defense EVs, 60 attack or more with the Z Crystal for fighting moves, Bulk Up, +2 attack, +1, Shadow Claw, and Bulldoze. Oh, and 100 speed. I'm sure we need a lot of speed for the 2 Crobats. Yes, you're right, Gladion's the biggest problem with Kahili, Bulk Up plus Leftovers. Her Crobat's a special attacker. Alternatively, we could try to get the health with Shell Bell. So we might survive an air slash and KO in return. But that sounds needlessly risky. Z Rain Dance. Z Rain Dance is a +1 speed boost. That's just what we need if we don't want to train for even more speed. It only cuts 28 speed EVs. Thing I came up with was TM100 Confide. Z move boost up the special defense, allowing to survive 1 attack from Crobat. Moveset for Kahili, Rock Slide Rest, Bulk Up. And then Confide with the normal Z Crystal. Also, we'll need Stone Edge. Hopefully Speed read all of our ideas. No, I did not. Okay, I am seeing a lot of different suggestions. Z Confide to raise special defense, or apparently Z Rain Dance to boost speed. That's interesting. Alright, I'm gonna have to put out a WordPad document. Alright. Heracross notes. Oh yeah, I'm going with a Jolly Nature. I felt like that made the most sense. And I'm going with Hidden Power Bug, just in case we need to EV Train on attack. It's not like we'll be using Hidden Power anyway. I'll need to make sure to play at nighttime for return. Okay, so we're gonna need to do some planning. We're probably gonna need to plan out like one thing at a time. Alright, guys, let's just start with Kukui. Let's see, slow level up group. Let's say 68 to start with. And let's assume 100 attack, 100 speed. It seems like we're gonna need plenty of defense from what I've seen, so let's just assume 150. And like 50 HP. I'll leave that, give it 50. Alright, so I'm going to give this thing a Jolly. And our ability is going to be Moxie. So that means whenever we defeat something, we gain +1 to our attack. What vitamin are we going to buy? I have no idea. I legitimately have no idea. Alright. The Kui is oddly easy. Alright, so what would be our moveset at this point? It's really funny how at level 1 we could get Bullet Seed and Arm Thrust, but due to our level, we're only getting these 4 moves. Z Rain Dance helps this fight a lot. That's the +1 speed, correct? Alright, Rain Dance. I think our other moves would have to be, like, Brick Break, Stone Edge, Brick Break, Stone Edge. Just do Brick Break and Stone Edge. Alright, so right here, the Lycanroc is outspeeding us, but it looks like at level 68, we already one-shot the Lycanroc, which is very good. But I think the strategy is hold the Waterium Z. So we'll use Z Rain Dance to give us +1 speed. And then we'll go Brick Break, and then every time we knock something out, it'll be a one-shot. So looking at this, I'm willing to bet it's going to be Braviary second. That seems most likely. So if we get +1 to our attack, that's a one-shot with Stone Edge. But what about Rock Slide? That is a range. Alright, and then third, it'll probably be Incineroar. That's a one-shot. That's a one-shot. That's a one-shot with Rock Slide. That's a two-shot no matter what I do. Okay, yeah, Kukui's pretty easy. You guys are right. Would close combat be useful? I'm honestly not sure. Yeah, +1 after every knockout, yeah. Okay. Oh, wait, does this thing learn Shadow Claw? It does, that'll be my fourth move. Ghost coverage is very good in the league. Healy and Gladion. Well, I guess in that case, we'll think about the other three first. Acerola. Well, let's look at Acerola. Let's see if we need any outspeeds. Look at that. Shadow Claw doesn't even one-shot. We'd have to Stone Edge the... We'd have to Stone Edge this thing. See, Stone Edge, Sableye. There's no point in going for a Z Rain Dance here, because the only thing that outspeeds us is Frostlass. Maybe Swords Dance for that fight? No. Because it's going to take 2 hits to knock out the Sableye anyway. Like, if it's going to take 2 hits, then what difference is setting up 1 Swords Dance? Like, seriously. Alright, Olivia next. Alright. So I think Olivia will need to hold a Chesto Berry. There's honestly no point in Swords Dance, I don't think. Well, then again, Carbink might come out second. Bulk up. The problem with that, a bunch of our team is special attackers. I mean, I guess we will need bulk up for Hala. You know what? I'll do that. Bulk up times 2, sweep. Hala, bulk up times 2, sweep. I'm agreeing to bulk up because we can use bulk up on Hala. Yeah, it's not really doing that much at all. So we can just set up to +2 with bulk up. One shot, one shot. That'll most likely be a one shot. Yeah, very likely a one shot. One shot, one shot. Alright. Kahili is next. So this is going to be the scary one. So yeah, for Skarmory here, we're definitely going to want to use Z Rain Dance. Acrobatics? Nah, not necessary. Because Moxie is going to set up our attack so high, we'll just destroy everything. Remember, I'm trying to avoid menu time if I can. Like, I don't want to teach acrobatics just for one fight. If I can use it for multiple fights, then sure. Yeah, it'll be... I know, John, it'll be higher. Alright, so let's go ahead and give ourselves... Z Rain Dance. Alright, so yeah, the Z Rain Dance will be great. We'll still need bulk up as well for this fight. So what I can do is one bulk up. That'll be enough to make Skarmory a two-shot because of Sturdy. But I mean, John, why when I have Stone Edge? I mean, I guess I can just go into the league with Rock Slide. Alright, and then next would be the Crobat. Will be at +2 because of Moxie. Yeah, that'll be one shot, one shot, one shot. Alright, yeah, Z Rain Dance, bulk up times 2, sweep. Alright, so my minimum level for the league, let's see, I need 68 at a minimum for Kukui. Honestly, 68 at a minimum for... honestly, I think we don't need that high of a level for Kahili. Because if we go back to here, our +1 Rain Dance will let us outspeed no matter what. But the thing is, as long as we can two-shot the Skarmory reliably... Okay, so yeah, look at that. Rock Slide. Oh, wait. So it'll be that second. I don't really know the order. Okay, I don't think she'll send out a Dark type against us. So we'll most likely have higher attack for it. Yeah, John, I do outspeed the Crobat. See? 249 to 196. It's not even close. John, her Crobat is not 294 speed. John, this is my Pokemon. Her Crobat is not 294 speed. Dang, John, you need help. See, that's with the Z Rain Dance. I could do this entire league at 65, so I'll make the minimum level 65, but Gladion might make us be a higher level, so we'll have to take a look at that. Alright, move set. Going into the league will be Brick Break, Shadow Claw, Bulk Up, Rock Slide. Teach Rain Dance over Shadow Claw for Kahili. Teach Stone Edge over Rock Slide. Will Tome Slaws will be hard? I don't think so. We'll backtrack to that when we get there. We need to Aerodactyl Gladion. Needs level 65 Horn Jaw. We also need Stone Edge. But I think we don't with enough attack. We'll take a look at Gladion, but first, we gotta look at how. Okay, yeah, Psychic does over half of our health, which is not great. But what we can do is we can teach Shadow Claw here. And then what we can do is we'll use Z Rain Dance. And then knock it out with Shadow Claw, get to +1. And then Flareon will be out next, which will be a one-shot. Then +2 for the Kamala. And no matter... Oh, so if it's Primarina second, that would be a problem. Honestly, he might send out Primarina second. What do we do about that? Do we learn... Oh, we don't even learn Poison Jab. Return? Oh yeah, return. Okay, now let's look at Gladion. That means 132 speed EVs. Also, he'll send out Primarina third because Flare Blitz is stronger than Moonblast. Okay, good to know. Okay, let's take a look at Gladion now. Must Ike it. True. Okay, Acrobatics, 37% chance to one-shot. That's not great. What if we get a Koba Berry? Let's see how well that affects things. 44 to 53. So what if we get hit with a Koba Berry, and then in return, we'll do a Z Bulk Up, giving us +2 attack, +1 defense. So without the +1 defense, 44 to 53. So 44 to 53. That would still kill us. Stone Edge Quick Claw Prey? Yeah, you're probably right. We'll compare Rock Slide side by side. 81% chance to Oko. I mean, we'll definitely have higher attack by this, but... Alright, so just having 116 makes it 93. Honestly, look at this. Having 116 attack EVs at a minimum gives Rock Slide a 93% chance to kill. Literally, it needs the absolute lowest possible range. Would Focus Sash help? No, I don't think so. John, how can we do a Z move and a berry? That's not possible. No, because he has Ice Shard. Yeah, that's what I was also thinking. Alright, so yeah, we would need a Quick Claw. Yeah, we essentially just have to Quick Claw, and then we can one-hit with, I'm still not sure what we're getting vitamins for. We'll have to see throughout the run. And then it'll send out probably Silvally Fire next, because these two are weak to fighting. We'll probably send this out second, and then when it comes out, we'll have +1 to our attack, which Rock Slide barely gets the one-shot. And then we can Brick Break these two. You were doing Z-Move and a berry, I was commenting it. Oh. Okay, Gladion's not that hard. Well, we need a Quick Claw clutch, but not as hard as I thought. Alright, moveset. Brick Break. Rock Slide. Okay, well, John, I was... Yeah, true, but I was testing things. Get a Quick Claw, Rock Slide on Crobat. Sweep the rest with Rock Slide / Brick Break. We can just get a normal Koba Berry and tank the acrobatics. We can just tank the acrobatics, then KO it with Rock Slide. We could, but the problem is we underspeed the Weavile. Oh wait, no we don't. Honestly, that's the better plan. Koba Berry isn't too rare. It's in one specific tree. I'll have to save scum for it. Alright, Rock Slide, Crobat / Silvally. Brick Break the rest. Okay, Lusamine. Alright, so Lusamine is where we want to use all our candies. So we only need a minimum of 65 for like almost every one of those fights. Well, we need 65 for Gladion. I highly doubt Lusamine will get us from 64 to 65, so we need a candy to 65 for Lusamine. Use candies to level 65. Lusamine. Return, okay. Alright, Moonblast doesn't do too much, so... This might be a fight where I want Swords Dance. Yeah, John, I normally like using my candies before Lusamine, because Lusamine is what I like to call, like, the final 8 trainers of this game. Because not the final 5, it's the final 8. Because the final 8 trainers require the most amount of planning. Lusamine, Gladion, How, the Elite Four, and Kukui. That's the final 8. So I like to save candies for her. Because before that, we don't really need to use candies unless we really need to. It's kind of like how in Kanto, if I need candies for the Elite Four, I'll use them before Rival 6. Yeah, we might need Swords Dance. I'm thinking turn 1 Swords Dance. We'll get hit with 1 Moonblast. And then we'll use Return. But if it does Cosmic Power, though, then it'll take an extra hit. And then next up, it'll send out... probably Miss Maggie's. How about a Z Rain Dance and Bulk Up? Okay, John, how could we afford to set up Bulk Up, though, if the Clefable's using special moves? That's kind of the one issue. Besides, her Miss Magius does not do that much damage. Maybe what we could do is hold on to the Shell Bell. Because if we hold on to the Shell Bell, as we sweep, we'll get our health back. Yeah, I'm thinking Brick Break, Return, Shadow Claw, Swords Dance. And then Miss Magius will be second, and without the boosts... Oh, look at... Oh, wait. +1 speed. Okay, Mystical Fire is going to do like 35%. Oh, yeah. It loves to throw the fight with Pain Split. It's pretty funny. Alright, Beware. Oh, yeah, Beware is going to one-shot for sure. Melodic, one-shot. Lilligant, one-shot. Okay, she wasn't that hard. Okay. Alright, everybody. The final 8 trainers have been planned out, so is there anybody throughout the rest of the game we need to think of? Let's see. Let's think to the first island. We get Brick Break. I think Hala should be easy. Water Trial should be easy. Fire Trial. Honestly, I think the Fire Trial will be just fine with Rock Tomb. Yeah, the Salazzle will be easy with Rock Tomb, I think. Or Bulldoze? They're both the same power. Honestly, yeah, they're both the same power. Oh no, Bulldoze is in Mali City. Is Bulldoze in Mali City? Yep, Mali City. So yeah, we'll have to use Rock Tomb. Has good special bulk? Does it? Oh yeah, I suppose you're right. It has decent bulk in general. Yeah, Rock Tomb's the only option. Okay, Grass Trial. I don't think we need to plan for the Grass Trial. Let's see, we're not going to have Aerial Ace, I don't think. TM40, that's not what I'm looking up. I ain't looking up that stuff. Aerial Ace. Mali City. Is there a better move we could use for her? It gets Aerial Ace by level up? Oh, never mind. Yep, there's our strategy right there. We don't get Swords Dance till Mali City. Mali City has a lot of the good stuff. And then Olivia, we can just get a Cherry Berry. Honestly, I think Cherry Berry and just sweep with Bulk Up. Alright, and then the third island, the Electric Trial. What's Electric Bug weak to? What's this thing's weaknesses? Essentially just rock. We will not have access to Rock Slide. Where's Stone Edge? Where's TM75? Where's TM71? Oh. Where is it? Steve Folk Village. Yeah, we are not getting that for the Electric Trial. So we're going to be stuck with Rock Tomb. But honestly... Wait, let me look up the Vikavolt fight. Okay, this thing does not have a flying type move. I thought it had Aerial Ace for some reason. So honestly, I feel like against this thing, we can afford a Swords Dance. And then we can knock out the Charge-a-Bug and get a Moxie boost and just destroy this thing with Rock Tomb. That's my plan. Mimikyu. Okay, we need a Mimikyu plan. A lot of these runs have to come down to a Mimikyu plan. Oh, fun fact, for this Mimikyu, a lot of the totems have these kinds of things. They always have 15 IVs, except for Mimikyu specifically. It has a random attack IV, but it's 31 to assume the worst case scenario. Alright, let's assume we're 33 to start with. Alright, so yeah, we'll definitely want Bulldoze to break, and then Shadow Claw. I saw some suggestions. Look at that, Play Rough. This is at level 33 with 150 defense CVs. Honestly, this might be too high. I'm going to lower this to 100. This is essentially just buying iron. Oh, Omni Boost. Oh. Oh yeah, we might need a bit of a higher level than that. And remember, this is with 31 attack IVs. This is assuming worst case scenario. If this thing had like 20 attack IVs, it'd be an 18%. If it was 15%, yeah, this is assuming worst case scenario. Like, at the worst case scenario, it's 50-50. So, level 35 with 150 defense seems the way to go. So then what we would have to do is... Are we just going to have to hope for a turn 1 Mimic? Yeah, because if it gets the Omni Boost and it gets -1 to its speed, that'll lower it to 88 speed. You had level 38 with Bulk Up? Z move Bulk Up? Alright, let's give that a try. Alright, so we have to hope for a turn 1 Mimic then. So then the turn 1 Mimic, we'd get +2 attack, +1 defense. So yeah, that would allow Shadow Claw to one-shot. The thing is, like, it'll have to turn 1 Mimic, and then Play Rough will deal that much damage as we hit it with 1 Bulldoze and finish it off with Shadow Claw. Here's the thing. If we're hoping for a turn 1 Mimic, why do we need all those defense EVs? Like, honestly, I think there's no reason for that amount of defense EVs, if we're just hoping for it anyway. Yeah, John, I really do like your plan. Because you get one shot? Well, John, like you said, we need the turn 1 Mimic. Because if we get the turn 1 Mimic, Play Rough does 54 to 67%. That was your plan? Yeah, I'm liking this plan. Let's see. Shadow Claw. Bulldoze. Bulk Up. Equip Titanium Z. Get turn 1 Mimic. Z Bulk Up. Bulldoze. Shadow Claw. Your plan was a scope lens high defense one. Oh, your plan was to hope for a crit? That definitely doesn't sound the best plan. Anyway, let's look at Nanu. Alright, so the plan will need Brick Break. So what we could do, I don't think there's a point in Z bulk up. Well, we can't use Z bulk up. We need Swords Dance. So the plan here would be get Protect. Mega Horn? So what we'll have to do is we'll have to Protect turn 1 to block the Fake Out. You know, this could... I'm not kidding. You know what? Dominic, that's actually a good idea. Well, actually, there's one problem. I won't have a speed boost for the Persian. That's the one problem with this. But let's try it out. So let's assume we Z Mega Horn after a Protect. That would kill it. But then on Krokorok, we're going to have to get hit with -1 because of Intimidate. But even with -1... he sends out Persian second? Okay, I'll trust you on that. Oh, if he sends out Persian second, that's even better, but... Okay, the main reason I don't like this... Well... Oh, Moxie. One shot. And look at it, its best move is like 32%, and if it went for Black Hole Eclipse... Honestly, this might be a run where Buginium Z helps, so we don't have to waste time with a Swords Dance. And open up ourselves to a very painful Shadow Ball. You're not going to be negative attack. And then when the Krokorok comes out, it'll lower us back to +1. Okay, I actually do like that idea a lot. I'm actually happy Buginium Z finally gets a use. Yeah, plus we resist Dark too. Let's see, Protect, Mega Horn, Brick Break, Swords Dance. Let's see, Z Mega Horn. Mega Horn, Brick Break. I forgot to get rid of the Omni Boost. So it was doing far more damage, and it still was good. That's hilarious. Wait a minute. That means we don't need a Buginium Z. No, we don't need a Buginium Z. Alright, never mind. You could do Leftovers or Shell Bell. No. If I'm holding them anyway, I'll just keep them, but I'm not going to go out of my way to equip them. Alright, Hapu. What about Hapu? I think Hapu should be the last fight. I mean, Dominic, I did like that idea a lot, but when I realized I left the Omnibus on, it wouldn't have been necessary. Sorry. Let's assume 48 for this. You'll need leftovers for the training. I mean, true. Old leftovers. Alright, so what's the plan here? I mean, maybe when I do Buzzwole, who knows? Alright, so it would most likely outspeed and go for Ironhead, or it could go for Sandstorm turn 1. Honestly, I think Z Rain Dance might have a spot here. Wait, do I outspeed everything else? No, I do not. Okay, Z Rain Dance. Alright, so I think the plan turn 1 is Z's Rain Dance. And that'll actually get rid of the Sandstorm if it does go for Sandstorm. Alright, and then we'll Brick Break the Doug Trio. And then next up, it'll send out Clydesdale? Oh, its Z move would hurt. Yeah, we might need some bulk. Or a sword. Yeah, well, we might need Swords Dance. So I think we'll need to set up one Swords Dance on the Doug Trio. And then when we get here... it's going to have to be a 2-shot anyway. We'll need to use 2 Swords Dances on Doug Trio. Honestly, I think instead of Swords Dance, we might need turn 1 Swords Dance and Z-move Rain Dance. My problem is I'm worried about... Return? John? John. A Stab Brick Break is 105 power. A Stab Brick Break does more than Return. Here, you want me to prove it to you? Look. Close combat? Hold on a minute. Now we're talking. Alright, so let's assume we use 1 Swords Dance. Let's assume this is second. Wow. Barely. Okay, close combat it is. Hapu, minimum level 48. Moveset. Swords Dance. Close combat. Rain Dance. I mean, Dominic, you didn't suggest close combat specifically for Hapu. I remember, Dominic, you have to suggest it for this specific fight in order for me to call it your idea. Alright. I suggested it in general. That doesn't count. Alright. Z Rain Dance. Swords Dance. Sweep with close combat. I mean, everyone's being helpful. Okay, these are some very good notes. Alright, here are my notes. I'm gonna put these right up here. Oh. We You better take a quick look at the leaderboard. We gotta figure out... stamina will not activate if it's a one-shot. Let's see. Have I done any fighting types in this game yet? I actually have not ran a fighting type. Let's see. I don't think this is gonna suck. We're not gonna need to do any specific EV training, but we... no, we're not gonna need to blackout train to Marowaks. We're only gonna need like 100 defense CVs. I can just buy irons for that. Guzman will go for a turn 1 Swords Dance. That's good to know. Honestly, didn't Gyarados have Moxie? Gyarados had Moxie and got a time of 244. But granted, it did have some bad weaknesses, like Electric. I do think this is going to outrank Gyarados. I'm going to put the over-under at 238 to 242. Mega Heracross gets slower. Well, thankfully, we're not doing Mega Heracross right now. We don't have plans to do it in Crystal yet. We have our next 5 backports planned out, and Heracross is not one of them. Okay, yeah, so essentially, we're not really going to be using EV training at all. Like, we can just buy proteins and irons. So honestly, I'm going to change my hidden power typing to dark, just so I can get some stat points back. Alright, I'll go quickly change it. Hey, Perky Penguin. And Carbos. Alright, let me make sure I'm starting at night. Sync settings. Oh, do you guys remember during the Omega Ruby stream why I wasn't getting Monday? I have used real time in the emulator set to true. I have to set that to false first. Alright, 9 p.m. Wait, we want it to be nighttime, so I'm gonna need to set this to 9 a.m. I get back on the 14th and I'll do a live stream for Sun Cannot Wait. Nice. Alright, I'll start the run in 1 minute. I gotta go get a drink of water. Alright, I'm back. Well, John, won't you have to cheat in the Mega Ring too? Okay, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. Man, it's gonna take me so many Sun and Moon playthroughs just to know all the strats. Like Z Rain Dance and Z Sunny Day to get a speed boost. There's just so many strats you can do. Raining hard for you? Nice. Reminds me of the time Normal Camera entered a VGC tournament because he forgot to get the Mega Ring. Really, that is hilarious. Well, Dominic, who's ever used Z weather moves? Think you're getting better at it? I mean, yeah, but there's a reason I purposefully am doing one moon run a week, because with how complex this game is, I have to do a lot more runs to get as good as I am with the other games. Because the other games are not this complex to learn. The problem with weather moves, they're expensive. True. I don't think cast form is broken. That's kind of an overstatement. It's what makes these runs fun, Z-moves. Yeah, they absolutely do. I thought it would make them broken and uninteresting, but it was the complete opposite. Why would I want this move? Also, if we don't get level 10 for the Ghastly Girl, we're going to have to skip her. You imagine Porygon if I banned Z-moves? Oh, it'd be a million times worse. I mean, it was already bad, but it would have been so much worse. Z conversion's just broken. Still run cast form in Oras? Wasn't that M&J TV? What do you mean? What do you mean Feint did nothing back then? Like, what did Feint used to do? What do you mean someone broke my Pokemon speedrun record? What are you talking about? Feint broke Protect. If they used it. If it didn't use Protect, it did nothing. Oh, I remember that. Okay, that was dumb. Oh, I just realized the Magnemite in the trainer school is going to be kind of bad. You're crashing from having soda after 2 years of not having it. Sounds fun. I've been drinking more diet sodas lately. Trying to cut a decent amount of my daily sugars. Okay, it looks like we'll at least get Aerial Ace. Or Ghost Girl. The Ghastly Trainer. You might not want to use repels in this run since you're going to want to level up. I mean, true. Yeah, but I don't want to be training on like level 3 Caterpies. Screw that. I'll avoid repels in places where the wild levels are decently high. I'll do that. Yep, Pokemon Pearl with Perugly and Skuntank are next. And if only this was a Guts Pokemon. You know what's funny? Moxie is not going to be a thing for most battles because a lot of these trainers have only one Pokemon. It's pretty funny. Also, if I was running Guts, I could actually get a Flame Orb. Alright, if I lose, I just take the Blackout. Yep, do not sell the Quick Claw. That was a 5-hit. Okay, that wasn't too bad, surprisingly. You caught a shiny Skuntank and Arceus? Nice. I found a full-odd shiny Zubat in that game in my first playthrough. I was still in the first area of the game, and I had a Zubat on my team, and I replaced it with the shiny, and I beat the game with a shiny Crobat. It's the only Pokemon game I've ever done that. Actually find a shiny in the main playthrough and beat the league with it. Yeah, we do learn Work Up. I should probably teach it. Oh, I just realized we're so close to level 10. Oh wait, we have some Team Skullgrunts. Never mind. We'll at least get Aerial Ace for Ghastly Trainer. You should do a punishment wheel? No. Put the Quick Claw on? Sure. I don't have anything else better to hold. Masters, do you know how to soft reset? There are 340 resets. Dang. Alright. I'm testing this myself. Okay, so you can enter this. Yeah, John, the reason I had that confusion is because some of these gates have wet paint on them. It's left, right, select, start, and Gen 7. Well, I meant for Fire and Leaf Green. It's A, B, start, and select, which on the Switch is super easy to do. You just got to press all 4 buttons at once. But I've heard stories of people accidentally soft resetting their game because of it. Well, so long, Tackle. Horn Attack is actually a better move than Aerial Ace. I don't shiny on to keep my sanity in check. I believe if I'm meant to get a shiny mon, I let it happen. That's kind of what I do. I mean, then again, the only shiny hunts I've ever attempted and succeeded in were Latios and Latios in Legends ZA. I've attempted to shiny hunt Celebi and 3DS Crystal, but I quit after 300 attempts. It just wasn't fun. I don't like the kinds of shiny hunts that are just soft resetting. I don't like those kinds of hunts. I like the hunts where you actually get to hunt for them. That's kind of why the Legends games are probably my favorite games to shiny hunt in. But yeah, the Latios one, I was able to just run back and forth in a certain spot and let it load and unload. But the Latios, I actually had to soft reset for. It sucked. And that hunt lasted over 5 days. But I do really want a shiny Tepig. So maybe something I'll do is I'll find like one of those portals I can find a Tepig in and just get a shiny Fireberry. Yeah, John, here's something you should do. Use a repel. You hug the bottom, and that way you can skip all the trainers. You told me to make a video on it. True, I did. Alright, so I need to keep an eye out for a cherry and a chestoberry. There's a chesto. Bro, 3 chestoberries. I mean, chestoberry does work for Olivia instead of cherryberry. It's just I would have to teach rest if I do that. Olivia 2 fights are in the bag. For real, yeah. Yeah, it is worth considering rest strats now. Okay, I better heal. Also, I think those X items sell for good money. Yeah, hopefully lumberries or cherry berries. Okay, I should probably have put horn attack in slot 2. I'm going to do the Abercoins Leaf Ring with the infinite nugget glitch. Wow, you cheater. You know what's funny? My brother wanted me to give him some advice on the best place to grind for money. He didn't want to do the infinite nugget glitch because it's essentially cheating to do that. So I told him he can use the Versus Seeker on Route 15 and fight the 2 beauties with the amulet coin. Because we were catching Pokemon to access the post-game later anyway, and each of those beauties would give $4,000. Yeah, they became way more expensive, which is why I thought I could sell it for more too. Abra sucks to catch, screw you, teleport. Have you ever started with a Bulbasaur? You could get Thief for leftovers. That'll take too long. Yeah, that'll just take too long. Well, why don't I just use Shell Bell, though? But the problem is, it's a 5% chance. Yeah, Kanto does not give much money to the player. That's kind of a great thing that they had the Versus Seeker in the remakes. Bleed powder is so inaccurate. I mean, I don't really have many problems with it. Okay, from what I remember, God tier Pokemon can actually beat Hala in under 20 minutes. This thing is not on God tier pace, which I think is kind of expected. This is not a God tier Pokemon. You could also use Taunt. Do you even get the Taunt TM at that point? You get Thief and is it actually Taunt you get inside of Mount Moon, or is it Snatch? Petchas and Citrus Berries. He's been so funny this week. He stays up until 3 AM playing Resident Evil and then goes to work. That's what he does. You know what's funny? I actually saw on the Switch 2, the developers behind the Resident Evil games, they actually released a 3-game bundle for the Switch 2. It was like a case of 3 games, kind of like how they used to package groups of DVDs back then. Those like box sets. They had a 3-in-1. They had Resident Evil Requiem, and they also had 2 other Resident Evil games, and they had the whole box slot for $90. So it was like $30 a game. But someone did a comparison on it. You can buy the first 2 games on the Switch 2 for $40, which is okay savings. But the new Resident Evil by itself is going for $70 on the Switch 2. So buying the 3-pack for $90 is such a good deal. It's been selling out really fast. I saw a video on it. But yeah, I'm not gonna get leftovers. I don't think it's worth it. Soothe Bell won't be necessary, because do I need Expert Bell? No. The thing is, you get the return TM so late in the game, you're already at max friendship by the time you get it. Even if you start at 0 friendship, you'll still get it. Like, I've tested it. I used a level 45 Venusaur against Lance, Scaros, and Aerodactyl, Leech Seed, and Sleep Powder. That sounds fun. Heracross can learn False Swipe. Such a shame, though. This is one of the few Pokemon that gets False Swipe, and we're not even doing EV training. Because we only need a minimum of like 116 attack EVs, which is doable with proteins. Defense, we only need around 100, which is doable with vitamins. And we only need around 100 speed, which is doable with vitamins. It is entirely possible we might need a second vitamin buy. I mean, theoretically, I could do some Marowak training to save money. But the problem is, like, are you guys confident that a Rock Tomb will one-shot each of those Marowak? Because if they don't, that's going to end up being pretty slow. I mean, with the amount of money I usually get in these runs, I can usually afford, like, 16 vitamins. No, if they're 2 hits, it's not worth considering. I'll only do that for the EVs if I can one-shot them. At least it'll be very quick. No, John, I'm not going to do Marowak training. I'll just get vitamins. Chip away, gross. Yeah, fire moves too. That's another good point. Dang it. Yeah, Dominic, I'm aware of it. Thank you. Maybe it's going to be much harder, plus you need the extra levels. Yeah, but... I need 38. Yeah, you're probably right. Technically, it was stronger. Yeah, tell me how many PP it has. Oh, he already healed me. No, I don't need hidden power. You know, I'm sure with this I'll get enough money. You know what? I have Aerial Ace. $6,000. It's 5 less than Horn Attack. See, not worth it. Oh my... How did it do that much? It's a great thing I healed at that center, or at least I entered that center. Dude, what did that Zubat do? I swore I was at full HP. Was I not at full HP? Apparently this Gladion fight you are required to win. That was Wing Attack? Wow, that was actually kind of rough. Gladion 2 is optional. Yeah, he is. Yeah, I mean, I lost some money, but I don't think it was that bad. Alright, so I don't think I want Quick Claw. I think what I would like is probably the Phytinium Z. Because I might end up using a very powerful Fighting Z move on it. You know, I'm actually really upset how Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon had the press Y to save function when Sun and Moon did not have that. Alright, I'm gonna use one workup. Oh, check this out. Brick Break the first Wishy-Washy. Get a Moxie boost. All out plummeting. Let's see if this one-shots. Oh, dude, that was so close. I mean, I feel like I was pretty unlucky there. That Wishy-Washy only used Water Gun. It never once used Soak. Growl. Okay, that... Oh. Okay, now I'm at +2. This should kill. That was a crit. Counter, gross. Okay, the water trial was actually surprisingly tough. Mainly just because our HP is still not the best. I mean, I think last time I was at +2 and it lived, so I think maybe it was a range. But then again, maybe the crit mattered. Yeah, level 20 would be the safer strat there. Alright, I'm going to use that Carbos immediately. Hey, Annie. Yep. You better be happy for Heracross. This was a member suggested run by Black Metal. Black Metal is right now catching up on VODs, so I'm sure they'll eventually see this. They kept reminding me, hey, don't forget Heracross. It was a 6-16 range. The crit may or may not have mattered. Okay, so I think if I was level 20, that fight would have been better. So I think what I should have done was actually fight the fisherman. Gonna get the HP up to sell. Actually, I wonder how much money the tourists give. I think the tourists give good money. Oh, nice money, actually. It's nice for speed EVs. Uh-oh. Oh. That was rough. Alright, I'll skip that guy. Worst part is, I didn't get Rock Tomb. It sucked. That disable actually kind of screwed me. Oh yeah, I can't go up that way. Fun fact, you can actually tell this guy not right now, and you can approach and save. Oh, so long, horn attack. Alright, and I think the better item to hold here, probably the shell bell. Oh, no quick link. Honestly, maybe I should have gotten the hardstone at the 10-carat hill. Alright, let's try some Marowak training. See how this goes. Whoops, wrong move. Oh. Yeah, guys? I don't think so. Wish the amulet coin was in ZA. It's not in ZA, but you can get a canary doll to sort of act like it. Yeah, this isn't it. Cursed Body is just annoying. I'll train somewhere else. U-bone false swipe? No. I don't want to do that either. Speed dropped. Okay, so I should outspeed it. Oh, that was the wrong Pokemon. You know, I deserve that. But besides, like, Cubone don't give good experience. I'd rather just save the training for later in the game, when the Pokemon are better. Oh, dude, I 100% should have gotten that. Wow. Yeah, I should have gotten the Heartstone. Hold on, I'm gonna get a tiny bit of experience. Heartstone or Expert Bell would have helped. Yeah, I ended up skipping the Expert Bell because I didn't think I'd need it, but I should have gotten either or. Yeah, I normally do, but I'm trying to start skipping it in these runs. I'm trying to. Because it's a very huge backtrack to go get it. Just for a generic held item. So I'm trying to skip it more. Okay, Salazzle's dead. There we go. Really, the Salazzle has 56 speed? Oh. Good thing I used that Carbos. Well, I guess it had 56 speed after the Rock Tomb. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, if I need it later, at least wait till I get the Charizard. So getting it won't be that big of a backtrack. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna fight these kids. Oh, before the Rock Tomb. Oh, before it was a speed tie. Okay. Oh my god, dude. I've got 5 Chesto Berries. This is more Chesto Berries than I've had in any run of Moon. I've had entire Moon playthroughs where I've never found a Chesto Berry. Like, yeah, gum. You won't sleep now. Nope, I'm gonna be awake all night. Alright, I'm gonna fight a couple of these trainers here. I mean, like I mentioned earlier with those Marowaks, if those Marowaks were one-shots with Rock Tomb, I would 100% train on them. But the fact that they were 2-shots and some of them do have Curse Body, it just made it too slow and not worth it. Oh yeah, in ZA, I've got more berries than I know what to do with. Speaking of Scarlet and Violet and ZA, I remember Steve and I were having a discussion about this. You mentioned Scarlet and Violet specifically. He said it was fine that they were open world, but the problem is, like, Game Freak couldn't really execute open world properly because most of the world was so bland and empty. There just wasn't much to see. But I'm hoping Generation 10 fixes that, because it definitely looks open world, and it does seem to be far bigger. I just hope they actually put in interesting things you can find and explore. Because you have to have a reason to want to go out of your way and look at something. Like, I think Breath of the Wild, it actually did this perfectly. Like, they put a bunch of ruins everywhere, you could find random chests. So it actually incentivized you to go off the beaten path, being like, hey, what's that over there? Alright, so Lurantis doesn't really have a good move on us, so I can probably afford to use one workup. Yeah, the lack of gym scaling was definitely a honestly, here's my opinion on it. It was good and bad. The one advantage, in my opinion, of no gym level scaling, or same with wild Pokemon scaling, is that you were still sort of on a direct path. Like, it would recommend, like, where you should go first. But then the game's also like, you could go over here, but you're going to get your butt kicked, but we're not going to stop you from doing it. Okay, maybe I should have used a Rock Tomb on that Lurantis first. That's kind of a problem. Alright, maybe I'll go back and get the expert belt. I don't think you can get the flying EMZ at this point. Wrong way. Okay, yeah, so this is what we're gonna try. It needs Machamp. Alright, I'm gonna use a workup right away. Rock Tomb the Trumbeak immediately. At least outspeed the Trumbeak, that's good. And then I can Aerial Ace the Lurantis. There we go. That was sort of a complex way to win, but it worked. Oh, I never marked a Hollow. I don't know, I still liked ZA a lot. I think people just made way too big of a deal out of building textures. Like, I can believe two things at once. Like, graphics does not always equal good game or bad game, but at the same time, Winds and Waves does look very good. But at the same time, it could look super good, and the game could still be garbage. Like, who knows? The game's not even out yet. I mean, John, you still understood what I was trying to do, right? Like, I'm trying to learn to cut out, like, getting unnecessary items. Like, I don't want to grab Expert Belt every single run. It's just this run, I ended up needing it. I mean, I still went ahead and skipped the Heartstone. I mean, theoretically, the Heartstone could have helped with the Fire Trial, but Expert Belt would have done that same thing just fine. Okay, they are not PS2 buildings. Like, I hate that whole phrase, PS2 graphics. Like, has anyone actually seen a PS2? Like, I've looked at side-by-side pictures of building textures in ZA versus building textures from a GTA game on the PS2, like GTA 3. The buildings in GTA 3 look way worse. Like, how are you saying PS2 graphics when the PS2 looks way worse? Okay, Annie, you're just being a troll. I mean, I would argue PS3. But definitely not PS2. There's a huge difference with PS2 and PS3. Alright, so I need to get Shadow Claw and Bulk Up. Alright, I need to sell something. I've never owned a PS1. I saw one at a Goodwill once. Didn't buy it, though. Oh, I just realized, I never found a cherry berry. So I'm... I will say, the Sword and Shield trees were definitely PS2. What the? How is it? Oh, it's rap. That's what it is. You know, I hope they took that Slowpoke to a nice and shiny home. Well then. Yeah, I might need to teach rest. Not for that fight, but for the Olivia fight in general. Oh, if I... Yeah, I think I'll unteach Airless. I'll rebuy it in Mali City. You're skipping Leech Lab. Wait, Heracross doesn't get good bug moves. Hey, it gets Mega Horn. Oh my god, it's got a special move. Alright, so I'm gonna have to Rock Tomb it right away. Yeah, you're probably right about that, John. Oh, wow, I barely survived that. Pin Missile's good in this gen? Are you sure about that? 25.95. Eh. That's like saying Bullet Seed is good. Unless we have Technician, I don't want to hear it. Okay, Chesto. Stab. True, but it's still a multi-hit move. It missed Thunder Wave anyway. Awesome. Mega Heracross has Skill Link. Okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. That's surprisingly hurt, and I still lived that. Okay, 53-minute Olivia. This is a very good Olivia split right here. Very good. It didn't have the best Hollis split in the world, but its Olivia split's very good. I consider anything under sub-hour for Olivia pretty good. Under 50 is God tier. Pin Missile with Stab? Give me a sec. Pin Missile with Stab is 37. So times 2, that's 74? Yeah, that's 74 with 2 hits. That does actually sound pretty good. So technically a 3-hit would be better than X-Scissor. Bug Fighting is a terrible stab combo. What's ironic though, stab fighting is actually very good. Do you think Megas should get a signature ability? Why not? Nice crit. It combines well with Rock and Ice, not with Bug. I mean, Rock Fighting's a pretty good combo. But I mean, Rock defensively is not that great. It's terrible. Alright, time to lose to How again. This guy almost always beats me, and I don't have Shadow Claw. Yep, that didn't go well. Alright, so there's some things I need to buy here. I need Aerial Ace, Bulldoze, Swords Dance. You know, U-Turn could actually... Oh, wait. This thing doesn't learn U-Turn? This thing gets no bug moves by TM. It only gets Pin Missile and Mega Horn. Dang. U-Turn would have actually been a pretty decent move choice. Hold on, I better teach some new moves. The closest to that is Mega Horn, which is not that reliable compared to close combat. The one problem with close combat, though, is just your defense is being lowered. Unless you're confident you can one-shot things, it's not going to go great. Swiftwing, I get 1 speed EV. I'm not going to get the EV reducing berries until later. What I've started doing is I only backtrack to go get them if I need a specific EV threshold for the league and I'm like 20 EV short in one stat. I can go back and get the berries. Oh yeah, 5 PP, yeah. The only fight to my knowledge where I'm using close combat is the Hapu fight. And I think after Hapu, I can delete the move. Okay, I either got a flinch or a 5% Rock Tomb miss. I should not have lost that fight. It was a flinch? Oh, okay. That's just dumb, though. Come on. How am I supposed to prepare for that? Yeah, I'm probably gonna fight the trainers on top of the mountain, too. The trainers up there are worth decent experience. Good thing Pharaohs don't like to travel in groups. True. Spearow don't. You know, I'm gonna use that Swift Wing. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw this, but on Scott's Supercuts channel, how did that guy not see me? Scott, that guy just loves coding or something. He actually created his own Pokedex. I'm not even kidding. It goes up to Gen 5. You can look up any Pokemon and just have all the information in one place. And it sources its information from Bulbapedia. And you can even look at its TM learn set. Click on the TM and it tells you where to get it. And it even shows you things like moveset differences, so you don't have to like go to different tabs. I need to download and try it. It looks really cool. Scott, were you seriously, like, you seriously came in right at that very moment? That's great timing. Adding Gen 6.9 tomorrow? Holy crap, dude. I can see why you said you love coding. Oh, man. But yeah, Scott, that's probably one of the... Like, I mean, you probably know this. Oh, I didn't know Ditto was up here. You probably know this, but I don't really use your overlay. That piece of software, I can definitely see myself using. I've been lurking, working on a music project. Nice. Am I making you terrified to never wanting to do this game? That thing just killed me with an Omni Boost. Really? Have I defeated all the trainers? Oh, I'm missing a trainer. Yeah, always time Bulbapedia isn't fun for any of us. Yeah, what I normally do, you see on my overlay, I have the level up movesets. Here's a question. From your program, gotta get past all the ads to even see. Oh, dude, Bulbapedia is terrible with ads. They're terrible. Would I be able to like copy and paste? Like when it shows like your level up in TM set, could I highlight it and copy and paste it? Because I put the moveset into a spreadsheet to make the images. Because that's basically the only reason I go to Bulbapedia. I don't go to Pokemon DB is because Pokemon DB does not order the level 1 moves correctly. Like on Pokemon DB, it would show me having Night Slash, Bullet Seed, Tackle, and Horn Attack, which is not correct. Bulbapedia has it in the correct order. If you can't, I will make it so you can. Oh, nice. Oh, you know how, like, your routing software has a little thing where you can make a screenshot of your, like, route file? If you could have a button to, like, output a screenshot of the moveset image... Oh, dude, that would be awesome. If you could somehow do that. I mean, if you can't, not a big deal. Yeah, it'd be great for, like, streams and stuff when, like, researching a Pokemon. Not teaching Pin Missile? Why? We get Megahorn soon. Okay, now let's fight this guy. Oh yeah, Pokemon DB is not as great with copy and pasting. Alright, let's go buy vitamins now. I don't think I'm gonna need that amulet coin anymore. Dude, I've had way too many blackouts. Oh, I think I might have accidentally sold all my great balls. Or all my quick balls. Okay, in that case, I'll keep, like, 2 great balls. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna get 3 Carbos. And I think prioritize the rest in protein. Okay, I'm gonna have to make a second vitamin buy. Alright, got Rock Tomb. Oh, Rock and EMZ. I'll need that. Cerebee's also usually first to catch. There's tons of moves with Cerebee as the data from ZA, but Bulbapedia doesn't. Yeah, it took Bulbapedia a while to update to those new moves. My main problem with Cerebee is it's really not UI friendly. Mimikyu will be a disaster. Nah. Well, here's the other thing, though. We're still gonna have to bank on the turn 1 Mimic anyway. So I think in the end, that amount of defense EVs I don't think matters. The one thing I like about Cerebee is, 1, the owner of the website is very based, and 2, they're always the first to announce, like, new information about new games. They often have information before Bulbapedia ever does. It's why I follow the Cerebee accounts and the owner of the guy on X. Okay, I'm gonna use 1 Rock Tomb to look. Wow, I already outsped it. Okay. Okay, Rock. I'm gonna use Continental Crush. Nice. That went a lot easier than I thought it would. Uh-oh. Alright, we're good. Phew. That was close. You never forget to electrocute the fat boy. Hey, I sometimes forget the order to which to answer questions. Yeah, I think we might be overestimating the value of the defense CVs. I mean, who knows? We'll see. We'll see if I end up regretting it. Oh my god, dude. I always forget to fight Guzma. Why do I do this? Ooh, Holy City, my favorite. I think the reason I didn't have as much money as normal is because I had to buy a lot of TMs. I think if I didn't buy all those TMs, I could have bought an extra 5 vitamins. Also the blackouts, yeah, those didn't help either. Ow. Okay, that's so stupid, man. A critical hit Razor Shell, followed by a missed Rock Tomb. The absolute worst case scenario. There we go. I swear I've heard this before, now I have existential dread. The theme you heard earlier, that was the Howley City theme. You know, the first major city in Sun and Moon. Look above me on the web camera. You can see scrolling text. How much difference would the Z-moves be if you had to watch the full cutscene? Are you talking about like how much time the animation wastes? Probably like 4 seconds. But here's the thing, I only use Z-moves when absolutely necessary. So they end up being a net time save. Remember, every time I use them, they're a net time save. I don't use them just for the sake of using them. Bro. But yeah, that Pokedex software Scott made, that was incredible. I haven't downloaded it to test it yet, but I'll do it when I get a chance. Training will be needed. Yeah, I'll do some training on the beach. I still think we were overestimating the value of the defense EVs though. Because if we're going for if we have to go for a turn 1 Mimic anyway, like, I think we're overestimating them. And here's the thing though, like, this is a serious question. Shoot, what was I gonna ask? Oh, even if Play Rough is a guaranteed knockout, could the Mimikyu still go for Mimic? Or does it only go for Mimic if none of its moves can knock you out? It can still happen? Okay. Dang, that was my last photo shoot. Whoop. Yeah, Totem AI isn't exactly like wild Pokemon AI. It's so weird. My play with Shadow Claw did not knock you out with a... Wait, what? My play was because Shadow Claw did not knock it out with a crit. Uh-oh. Okay, so what's my plan here? Let's see. I need Phytinium Z with Bulk Up. And Bulldoze. Yeah, we're all good now. Alright, so here's the plan. Get the turn 1 Mimic, Z bulk up, Bulldoze Shadowclaw. Yeah, we have to Z bulk up right away. Or get a Play Rough Miss, that works too. Alright, Bulldoze. Wait, what? What? Oh, my level must be that bad. Maybe the Swords Dance is the better play. I think Swords Dance might be better. Actually... Yeah, we might need it. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Okay. We're gonna have to use some candies. Mega Horn, yes please. Get rid of Brick Break. This is gonna be a bigger problem for training later, but we only need 65 before Lucamine, and 65 in the slow group is pretty feasible. It's not that high. And that's after candies. So we'll just need to do a lot of training on Pawnee Island. Another Play Rough Miss. Dude, this thing is just giving me things. Hey, Curse Body is still a good ability. I guess just in competitive, it's not as good. There we go. Second try, dude. That is nuts. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a lot more training on Pawnee Island. But I still think this was the right call. Because I already did pretty much most of the training. That was worthwhile, at least. Like, training 4 levels on the islands, on this island right here, in the slow group, was just straight up not happening. Okay. Titanium Z, I think this is your first run using it, unless I miss you using it for Kukui. I don't know what I'm doing for Kukui. I can't remember. Okay, I just hit myself twice. That was stupid. Okay, this was not my first run using the Titanium Z. I've used it before. Maybe not Z bulk up, but I've used all out plummeting before. Dude, come on. There we go. It wouldn't have made a difference, John. You know why it wouldn't have made a difference? The Golbat will still get a hit on me anyway. It legitimately would make no difference. Yeah, she needed to throw the fight. I think me being at higher health prevented her from using Flame Burst. I I thought you were speed tied. No, the speed tie wasn't the problem. Alright, I just hope 2 great balls is enough. Oh yeah, we have dusk balls, even better. I mean, I could have been speed tied, I wasn't really paying attention. You can get Rock Slide now, probably worth getting. Yeah, I should probably get it right now. Still no Cherry Berry, by the way. Alright, so yeah, I will fight the trainers here. I'll fight everybody here. This is the part of the game where the experience becomes really good. Oh, I'll need to turn the XP share off. I can guarantee if Scott ever did Gen 6, he would find a way to code it so the experience share is always turned off. He'd find a way. Probably. He'll find a way. Lynch, get wrecked. Alright, so here's the question. There's a grand total of 11 rare candies you can get before the league. Hey, John, is it 11 rare candies or 12? I'm pretty sure it's 11, isn't it? What's the maximum number of candies you can get? We counted 12. It is 12? Okay, so that's 8 candies. So before Lucamine, we need to get... Wow. So before Lucamine, we need a minimum level of... Let's see, that's 12 minus 4 is 7. We know that's 8. We'll get 8 candies, so 55... No. 57? Yeah, we'll need a minimum level of 57 to use our candies. So we need to get 17 levels off of trainers. Oh my god. I missed 2 in a row. 51? No, that is not correct. I need 65 for Lucamine. It's very late. That's no excuse for bad math. I'm just kidding. I missed 3 Mega Horns in a row. I keep getting stupid blackouts because of Mega Horn misses. Are you sure this move's 85%? Because with my luck, it feels like 30. I mean, Pin Missile exists in Crystal. I'll use it in Crystal. I hate this game. This game legitimately hates me. How many tries is it going to take to knock out this stupid butthole? Dude, this guy's not even hard. I'm getting so unlucky. No, John, I'm not skipping him. You heard how many levels I need. Take that, you butthole. I mean, I just got 41. I need 16 more levels before I can use my candies. And this is before the final Lucamine fight. Two rock tombs next time? No, not 2 rock tombs. No, not Z-Rock next time. It's called Land the freaking Megahorn. That was ridiculous how many times I missed. Besides, I had to use all-out plummeting for the Hariyama because none of my other moves were going to kill. Yeah, John's always a troll. Why do I need to talk to that berry tree? John, why do I need to talk to that berry tree? Wait, what? Oh, my tentacle never died. Lumberry chance in that pile? I mean, I've got a billion chesto berries, so why do I need a lumberry? Yep, gotta pay him $10. Bugsy's still no use yet. Yeah. I would not do that for a donation incentive. No. Bug AMZ doesn't miss. Okay, now you're tempting me. Well, then again, I can only use it once, so either way, I have to use 2 Mega Horns, at least. Alright, I don't need any special items or anything, just take them on directly. There we go. This is probably the easiest Nanu's ever been in a long time. Gotta go get return. Bugsy for Faba? Nah. Alright, I don't really need Mega Horn anymore. I'm getting rid of it. Alright, Shell Bell. Because the last 2 you're using a Psychic type with, minus Special Defense Nature. True. Close combat. Okay, I do need this move, so I'm going to need to get rid of Brick Break. I have to hold on to this move for Hapu. Replace return for Shadowclaw, make the fight easier. Dude, Baba only has 1 Hypno. But then again, I am weak to Psychic. Okay, I hate to do it, but I guess I have to. I'll just teach Shadowclaw for a little bit. Yeah, imagine if it did have great moves. What a false reality. Man, I've got no healing items. Let's see if close combat can one-shot. Nice. Got move pool copying working. Wow, that was pretty quick. I mean, I don't mean to sound rude, but like, how hard was it? Like even in my like very basic like HTML overlay with the text, I can just inspect it in a browser and hold left click and then drag. Or are you talking about what you did with the screenshot thing? Hey look, Porygon 2's got Moxie. Too bad. At least I have Shell Bell. PP ups for close combat? Nah, I'm not really going to be using the move that much. Then again, I do have one PP up in my bag. I mean, I guess I could use it. I'm not planning to sell it or anything. Oh, check this out. Not that. Free heal. Oh. Your Pokemon get an auto heal here. I added a button that instantly copies the entire table. Nice. So like as an image or like the raw text file? As like raw text. Text, so you can paste it into Excel. Oh, that's really good. That way I can keep my current design down here. And plus, here's the other thing, Scott. I don't know if you've ever had to do this, but do you know how annoying it is to try and, like, highlight a moveset table off of something like Bulbapedia, and then you accidentally highlight, like, the word move or something like that, and your whole table gets messed up? Really annoying when that does happen. Yup, that's why I made the button. Nice. You know, Scott, you're cool. I don't care what Matt says. Well, at least I got more than enough attack EVs. Hey Scott, didn't you say once that Guzma was one of your favorite characters because he uses bug types? Well, what? It's just a joke. He didn't say anything bad about you. Golisopod is awesome. Yeah, Golisopod's very cool. Scott, have you ever seen its new Mega design? It got a new Mega design like a few months ago. When the Legends ZA DLC came out. Amazingly bad ability. Yeah, its ability really holds it back. And there's another Twitch bot. I'm sure Saribot blocked it. At least in Gen 7 it'd be okay since you don't need HM users. True. I'm just saying, Mega Golisopod would end up being very cool if it lost that dumb ability of its. Alright, this will be a sneak peek into the first fight. Not great. Not great. Dang, I lost on a bunch of XP. I know Fairy resists fighting, but I didn't have Return anymore. I thought it was my best option. The Mega's pretty cool. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, Steve, Ike, and I still need to play it in Crystal. We're planning to do all of the Mega Evolutions in Crystal, but our next Mega is going to be Mega Phalanx. Rockslide would have done more? Probably. Hope you got no retreat to work. I don't think we backported. I don't think we backported that move. Can you tell me what that move does? Is it a move or an ability? Because the moves we backported were Bulk Up, Iron Head, and Close Combat. No retreat gives you an Omni Boost. Omni Boost, but it impedes switching. So it prevents Phalanx from switching? That does sound like a move I should attempt to backport. Honestly, in a solo run setting, I think in a solo run setting, I don't need to backport that part. We're never going to be switching anyway. Yeah, I should not have fought this person right away. That was a bad idea. Yeah, I should have taught Bulldoze, I know. It can only be used once. I mean, I feel like that's a pretty easy rule to enforce. I can just tell Steve and Ike, I'd be like, hey, so this is no retreat. It gives you a free Omni Boost, but you can only use it once per battle. That's a pretty easy rule to enforce. Just only use it one time. Honestly, I could just give it one power point. Okay, since I know how that move works, I think I will go backport it. It should be pretty easy to backport. Do not fight the dancer. Here's the thing about the dancer. Oh, this dancer? Yeah, I should probably avoid her. Well, she has the ghost bird. Let me teach Rockslide again. No. Bulldoze this lady first. Hey, John, which of these trees has a Koba berry? Also, hello, Francisco. Hope I said that right. Wow, that still lived. It has more than 1 PP. No, I'll give it 1 PP. The rule becomes a lot easier to enforce with only 1 power point. I mean, we're only going to really use it for a few fights anyway, because Mega Phalanx is really good. Oh. The northeast? Okay. Really? I just missed 2 rock slides. Oh, you know what? I can get an Oka berry from this tree. I might want an Oka berry for the first trainer in the canyon. Oh, first try. Nice. This is a strat I've been trying to do. From now on, if I'm playing a Pokemon weak to fire, I'm going to get an Oka berry specifically for that trainer. Because without an Oka berry, he becomes one of the hardest trainers in the game. Oka or Oka? I think it's Oka. At least that's how I say it. Okay, this tree right up here should have it. As a reference, Mew just started fighting Hapu. And honestly, Mew is a very... I forgot to save. Oh... I did save before that one trainer, so here's what I'm going to do. If I do not get the berry first try... Wait, run away. Oh, that was close. Thankfully you can do that. I mean, either way, Annie, having it as only 1 PP is a pretty good way to nerf it. Koba, first try. Aka or Oka? I guess either or. What was the level we needed? 57? Yeah, it was 57 before Lusamine. Yeah, we're gonna need to fight wild Pokemon inside of the canyon the entire time. So that trainer with the Focus Sash is good XP. Yeah, not only good XP, but you can easily blackout train to that person. He's probably one of the few trainers in this game that's actually worth blacking out to. Shell Smash. Nice. Close combat. I am not going to bother fighting the tourist lady because she just has Geodudes. I think she has a Graveler. But either way, her whole team has Sturdy. I would like to see how Scott does these runs. Probably wouldn't. I mean, the 3DS era in general is a huge iffy subject for him. She's why I ultimately decided for Hidden Power Ice instead of a way cooler strat in Frost Breath for Mew back then. Blastcore Jingle cameo. Yeah, I put the entire Blastcore soundtrack into the music pool. I mean, I can always add more. I have considered adding the Monster Lab music to it. You're inspiring me. Well, glad I helped, I guess. Also, Scott, I heard on your Crawdon, not Crawdon? Yeah. I heard on your Crawdon stream you don't like Alolan Executor. Please give me your home address. I'd like to have a word with you. I mean, regular Executor is goofy. Why shouldn't the Alolan form be? It's a bit hard to mod 4 and 5 compared to the previous gens, and the 3D games are worse because they're on a console that took a while to crack it all. I better get some potions. Okay, oh, dude, I can't even buy full restores. What a ripoff. Oh, I forgot to fight the... You know what? I think I'll skip the Oricorio lady. I think I'll skip her. The only problem with the Alolan Executor is somehow it thinks it needs to be a dragon type. I like how the YouTube chat didn't show that by default. Alolan Eggy needs that Draco Meteor. It can learn Draco Meteor. It's a dragon type, right? Thankfully, I still had Rock Slide. If I still had Bulldoze here, I'd have to black out. That would have been bad. Yeah, all the dragons can learn Draco Meteor. I like how part of the Hyper Rogue Angie Floette theme, you can hear part of Xerneas and Yveltal's theme in it. Really cool. Alright, what's the plan for Hapu? Minimum level 48, Swords Dance Close Combat. Oh, Rain Dance with Water EMZ. I need to go buy Rain Dance. I don't need Rock Slide. Not the dragons that are only dragon with Mega Evolution. Okay, Z, Rain Dance, Swords Dance, Sweep. Swords Dance, that's fine, it just wasted a turn. Bro, Sandvale. Gastrodon. Alright, so I'm at +4. Oh, I'm gonna end up the full +5. Oh, this is gonna one-shot. Nice. Oh, Rare Candy Lush Jungle. I'll need to go get that. Thanks for the reminder. I think I did get every other rare candy, right? Except the one in the canyon, of course. And that's the last fight I need close combat, so I'm gonna get rid of it for Brick Break. How many do you have at the moment? I'll take a look. Let's see. I have 6 candies, so that'll be 7, but I've used 4, so... Hold on, I'm missing a candy. Does anyone have an idea where I'm missing a candy? Because if I get the one in here, that'll be 7. That would give me to a grand total of 11. Which is kind of stupid because it only lasts 18 seconds as a plus move and has a longer cooldown than Geomancy. I'm pretty sure the longest cooldown in ZA would be Fissure and Sheer Cold, wouldn't it? Hey John, are we sure there's 12 candies? I'm pretty sure there's 11, isn't there? Wait, where the... What? Oh, I never deposited Tentacool. You know what? More XP the better, I guess. I don't think there's any more double battles after this. Fissure is 20 seconds, Geomancy is 30, no retreat is 60 seconds. Are you kidding? Dang. Okay, but yeah, thanks for reminding me about how no retreat works. Because I'll definitely backport that. Actually, but here's the question though. Like, would it be better than bulk up? Because the thing is, I'm going to have to get rid of one of the other backported moves. So, what do you guys think? Should I get rid of bulk up, Iron Head, or close combat? I'm definitely leaning towards Iron Head. Iron Head is not good coverage. No, there are 12. Oh, John, so what's the candy I'm missing? Remember, I did not pick up the one in the canyon yet. I think Hiya City from the... Oh my god, I did. I actually forgot that candy. Dude, that's the first rare candy you get in the game. I did not get that candy. I actually forgot. Oops. What level is Iron Head? I don't remember off the top of my head because I can't open my spreadsheet right now. Alright, anyway, I'm going to get to the very end of this maze right here. I'll push the shortcut boulder. Then I'll go get that candy. Because here's the thing, like, no retreat sounds good, but the problem is an Omni Boost, at the cost of being able to only use it once, I think bulk up will just straight up be better. Like, we don't technically have a set in stone rule where we have to backport a signature move. We just backport what 3 moves we think are the most useful. But I'm just not sure how useful an Omni Boost is that you can only use one time. I guess at the end of the stream, we'll take a look at its moveset. Alright guys, let's say hi to Chuck. Bulk up's better. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He missed Hypnosis. Yeah, these trainers give really good XP. I mean, why do you think I haven't been using a Repel in here? Still, I can't believe I forgot that candy. That is nuts. Lynx be afraid of fire moves? Why would it be afraid of fire moves? It's pure fighting. What? Alright, 53. So yeah, I need 4 more levels. I don't know how likely it is to get 4 more levels. I would have to stay behind and just grind on wild Pokemon. But I think I just have to. No, Phalanx is pure fighting. Don't we want to deposit the jellyfish? Yeah, I should. I just keep forgetting to. Hey, nice. I'll get some speed. I'll get some speed EVs out of that. No, I won't. I'm EV max. Never mind. Focus Ash lady. I could, yeah. Just go and defeat her. I don't know though, because here's the thing. Her Pokemon all have Focus Sashes. Oh. Her Pokemon all have Focus Sashes. And, they take a while to knock out. And you gotta remember, trainers don't give boosted experience in this game. So the only thing that truly matters is the level. The wild Pokemon levels here are straight up better than Oricorio Lady. Dude. Okay, yeah, I heavily regret not depositing this thing. Oh, that was bad. Why are you swapping, dude? Okay, I'm gonna go deposit this right now. You know what? I'll just fight her right now. Yeah, I think the reason they removed it... my main theory, it was actually meant to cancel out... It was meant to nerf the XP share. They still wanted to keep the shared, like, concept of the XP share. But at the same time, it was causing people to be very overleveled. But here's the thing, in Gen 5, they had that new XP formula. Gen 6 brought back the old one, and then Gen 7 reverted back to the Gen 5 formula. Okay, I better go heal at Sea Folk. That's my theory. I'll give this a try. I don't know, 1,000 points with all the time it takes to backtrack. I don't think this is worth it. I'm going back to the canyon. They're similar, but not exactly the same. How's it different? Yeah, she almost one-shots exactly. Alright, so I'm almost level 55. Yeah, because I need 65 for Gladion. You have the Dragon Totem as well? Okay, I'll train to 56 and a third. No, my ideal level is 65, not 67. Dominic, don't ever try to do that joke again or I'm unmodding you. I'm serious. Yeah, you are risking a ban. I don't want Gen Alpha brain rot in my YouTube chat. Here's the thing. I responded to that like a normal question because I just want to just let that meme die. I want to let it die. And I figured the best way to let it die is just by not acknowledging it even exists. So I'm not going to go around saying, hey, that better not be the meme. I'm just going to pretend like it doesn't exist. Annie, did you seriously predict I would respond that same way? That's funny. Okay, I need a heal. Elixir. But yeah, I'm gonna train to 56 and a third. Yeah, doing this training in the wild right here to meet my level threshold, this is way faster than if I were to train 4 levels before Mimikyu. Guys, how long do you think it would have taken to grind 4 levels off of, like, level 25 Pokemon in the water to get to level 38 for Mimikyu? Would Nerulace come in handy? It would come in handy, yeah. I'll probably teach it. You think 25 minutes? Most likely. But doing this training, like, it probably takes me like 3.5 minutes per level. So it was just straight up more efficient to just use those earlier candies and just do a bit of training here. Okay, I don't think that's going to be okay. I have an XP bar showing on Pokelink. I'm at halfway right now. I think let me try to get 2/3. Aerial Ace would not be 240 power. What? Okay, I think like 2 more Pokemon. Heracross is in the slow level up group. Six to 7 minutes from 38 for 38 from 34. It would have been longer than that. You were mixing it up with its fairy weakness. Yeah, there you go. Annie, just pretend the meme doesn't exist. That's how it dies. Besides, John's like 45 years old or something like that. Like, he's not that kind of person. Okay, yeah, let's teach Aerial Ace. But yeah, I often make fun of my YouTube members for being old. Just ask John and Boss KO, who's probably commenting right now. Hey John, I just found a heart scale. Legends of Alola game said in the past. I think we should let some time pass before another Legends game. Like, I would really prefer a Gen 5 remake first before another Legends game. I'm going on 26. I'm not that old. I said channel supporters, like members. That's what I meant. Annie. The Komodo resists Rock Slide. Alright, we're at 57. Alright, Lucamine, what's my level? Or item. Let's see, Shell Bell, Bird Break Return, Shadow Claw. Yeah, but I don't really care about the Noivern. Besides, I almost never see it summon Noivern. Noivern is in Ultra Moon, not in Moon. Oh, that's probably why I've never seen it. I know in the Ultra games, the Fire Totem is Totem Marowak that can summon a Salazzle. Like, dude. Marowak has a thick club too? Yeah. Ugh. I mean, John, you're younger than both my parents. Marowak's kind of slept on. It's like a huge power Pokemon made for a trick room. I mean, I have a Marowak in my Rogue Mega Rush team for Fissure. What age did they have me? I don't know. I can't do that math in my head. Cosmic Power, Moonblast. I mean, they were definitely in their older ages. Because I'm the second youngest of my siblings. But granted, both of my parents just had me and my younger brother. My 3 older siblings are all half-siblings. My older sisters are from my mom, my older brother's from my dad. My older siblings are like 9 or 10 years older than me. My oldest sibling's like 34, I think. In another life, I'd have a 20-year-old right now. True. Okay, let's see. Body on, Brick Break, Rock Slide, Return Rain Dance. Yeah, Lucamine was pretty easy. I didn't think she'd be that hard. Because Swords Dance easily cancels out Cosmic Power. That's nice, Dominic. I tried to reconnect with an old female friend from high school too. Well, wasn't really a friend. We were in yearbook together, but oh shoot, it's hailing. I should have thought about that. I don't think that should affect the fight. No, I don't think it should. Okay, so what do I need? Brick Break, Rock Slide. Brick Break, Rock Slide, Turn. Yeah, replace Swords Dance with Rain Dance. I just lived at 1 HP. Well, I'm still dead. I thought you were using the berry. Right. I am stupid. Right, Koba berry. I'm dumb. It was still kind of impressive I survived at 1 HP. Okay, at least I was at too high of HP for quick attack to work. Okay, least amount of resets and blackouts. Compared to every other run I've done? No. Not even close. Alright, I'm not going to need any move relearner today. Okay, how? Move set, Brick Break, Shadow Claw. Brick Break, Shadow Claw. Return Rain Dance. With Water EMZ. Alright, then my final moveset for the league is Brick Break, Shadow Claw, Bulk Up, Rock Slide. Oh, interesting. I end up outspeeding the Raichu. Oh, it's probably because I had so many speed EVs. Yeah, the speed EVs meant the Z Rain Dance was unnecessary. Hold on. Where's Stone Edge? Oh, Sea Folk Village. Alright, let's see. Brick Break, Shadow Claw, Bulk Up, Rock Slide. Brick Break, Shadow Claw, Bulk Up, Rock Slide. Alright. I think just hold on to Water EMZ. Dude, Runerigas should have been Rock Ghost. Houndstone should have been Rock Ghost. Alright, Acerola. I'm supposed to Stone Edge, but Rock Slide will do just fine. Oh. Oh, the Speed EVs allowed me to outspeed it. That's nice. Should have used a Shadow Claw. Wow, that was close. Alright, Olivia, Chestoberry. You guys think I have enough Chestoberries? I've only got 5. Okay, Bulk Up, Yawn, Bulk Up. Okay, that's enough. Alright, the sturdy users are last. Rock Slide. Brick Break. Rock Slide. Uh-oh. Dude. Oh my god. I would have been so mad if I died. Alright, and this will be my exact strategy for Hala. Alright, and then after this fight, teach Rain Dance over Shadow Claw. Okay, that should be enough. Alright, Kahili. Teach Rain Dance over Shadow Claw. Watery MZ. So the plan here for Kahili is Z Rain Dance, some bulk ups, and sweep. I'll max elixir before Kukui. That's what the max elixir's for. I have used the max elixir before Kukui for every run. Okay, at least that died. I was kind of worried about Mandibuzz there. That is why I switched to Rock Slide, because I didn't not want to get contacted with a burn. Easy. Alright, so what's the plan for Kukui? Brick Break, Stone Edge. Bulk up, Rain Dance. With Watery MZ, which I still have. Yeah, it was cutting it kind of close, I'd say, yeah. So yeah, this isn't a god tier placement, but this is still a pretty decent run. Alright, Z, Rain Dance, and Sweep. Yeah, that Lycanroc outspeeds me by 4. Alright, just one bulk up. Wait, why do I have Rock Slide and Stone Edge? I messed up the moveset. I need Brick Break. I'm tired, okay? What are your thoughts on Pokopia? I haven't gotten it yet because the game just freaked me out. I wanted to wait for reviews, but I was thinking, I don't know how people would think this would be good, but surprisingly, I've heard a lot of people say it's really good. Like, apparently very, very good. So I think I'll just watch people play it first. Honestly, I don't think it's worth Z Rain Dancing. I think just use the bulk ups. I mean, I know there were people upset at first who were upset over the thoughts of them being on keycards. But here's my opinion. It's not specifically a Nintendo problem, it's an everyone problem. Like, do you guys seriously believe that if you buy GTA 5 on the PS5, do you really think the entire game is on that one disc? Why do you think when you put a game into a PlayStation or an Xbox, it has to download a massive update first? You're downloading the rest of the game. The difference is, Nintendo's honest about it. Like, they just straight up tell you, yeah, the game's not on here. Like with those other consoles, you think the whole game's on there when it's not. Alright, now to watch the credits for like 9 freaking minutes. But honestly, yeah, I still don't like keycards in general. It's like when the Switch has the option to have the games on there. But if I do decide to get it, I'll just buy it digitally. You went in the under? But yeah, my under was 238. Nice. Its story is like, what if Kanto blew up? I saw theories that the area from the trailer looked like Fuchsia City. And I guess it's confirmed it is Fuchsia City. I have a question for anyone who's played the game. No spoilers, please, just in case I play it, but does the game have an actual plot? Or is it just like an Animal Crossing / Minecraft type of thing? Is there a plot? Give me the game on the card or don't release the game until you can. Yeah, I agree with that. Keycards make sense for games that are way too massive. Like, for example, the Resident Evil Requiem on Switch 2. The only physical copies are keycards just because I'm sure the game's just too big for a cartridge. I don't know, like I said, they do suck. It's in everyone sucks here, because all gaming companies have been doing this stuff for years. It's just what happens when games just get bigger and bigger. I mean, Pokopia could easily fit on a cartridge. It's just Tecmo Koei's just being a bunch of cheap asses. But there are a lot of games that are just too big, and they want to have physical releases, because physical releases actually sell better because people see them in stores. But that ends up being the only way. But still, it's better than... I remember there were some Switch games where they would have the case on the shelf with no game inside, just a download code. It's literally just an empty display case. That is just a waste of plastic. Also means you could play without it. Wait, what? What are you talking about, John? Internet, oh. I mean, whether you download the game or use a keycard, either way, you're still playing digital. The only difference between the two is, honestly, the one... Great timing for that. The one advantage to a keycard that a digital game does not have is that the keycards can be resold like physical games. Because keycards can be used as many times as you want. You could use the same keycard to digitally download a game on 5 different Switches. That's like the one advantage to them. But then again, normal cartridges can do that. But yeah, I mean, games on keycards, you can still like trade them in, you can sell them to other people. You can't do that with a digital-only game, like it's stuck to your account. But that's like the one advantage to them, compared to digital games. 90 gigabyte basketball game should be tried in court. Hey, all those PlayStation PC players knew what they were getting into. Yeah, Kukui's wife did appear in the Dream Radar. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put these notes on Pacelink. Alright, I just put the notes in the description. One of the Yuva legendaries? I think so. Let me go ahead and put this on the leaderboard. Alright, level 68. 11 resets. Real time of 2 hours, 31 minutes, and 50 seconds. I think Sun and Moon is one of the few times where the male protagonist is better designed. Normal, it's the other way around. The stupid hat annoys me. I think in the Ultra games, the female one's better designed. But I'd say in Sun and Moon, I don't know. I think they both suck. Yeah, there is no way this thing got sub 10-hour game time. I'd be surprised if it did. This is probably like a 10-hour, 20-minute game time. But Glizapod to be good? No idea. Maybe. I mean, we're gonna have one Pokemon in our party for like 99% of the game. Oh, wow. 956. Honestly, I think it's just because my overworlding has gotten more efficient. That barely got sub 10 hours. Alright, so if we take a quick look at the leaderboard, this Pokemon right here got 6th place. It did not beat Kyurem's first playthrough, but it did better than Zekrom and Reshiram. You gotta remember, Zekrom, Reshiram, and Kyurem weren't allowed to use Z crystals back then. But in the beginning of 2027, the first 7 moon streams will be all re-ranks of the original 7 videos, where I am allowed to use Z moves. And I'm sure they'll get way better results. Honestly, these dragons with Z crystals might be able to contend with Mewtwo and Solgaleo. Yeah, it did really good. But anyway, thank you all for stopping by, everyone. I do appreciate it. The next stream will be tomorrow, where Steve, Ike the Killer, and I will be doing Mega Fillet.